Whoa. Oh, okay.
Did you get it in?
No. It's only three white wool people. Come on. I'm going way out here, so you can kill me. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right ready to kill you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Survival Minecraft here on this world. I look a little bit different today. I have new armor. That is because if you ended up watching the last episode, which was the second world tour that I've done, I died and lost all my stuff. Yeah, I went AFK and in the Nether, which was a horrible idea, and I think a skeleton must have shot me to death. And in the meantime of me being dead, um, all my stuff was rendered, I guess, and it disappeared. So yeah, it's long gone. So not only did I lose all my armor, all my weapons, all my tools, I also had a shulker box of all of my backup tools and extra accessories like that as well. So it was pretty bad. Luckily, Samwise helped me get a bunch of my stuff together again. He's way more prepared than me in terms of having backup gear and stuff like that. And I had a few things that I was able to get together as well. And I'm sure there's some things that I'm missing so far that I'll slowly get back together as I need them. But for the most part, we're back together. Although I no longer have the gold armor trim armor anymore, so now I'm rocking the amethyst trims, which I actually like quite well. Especially with this skin, it matches the eyes pretty well. But anyways, we're here at spawn, and I have an idea for today, which is I want to try to come up with a mini game idea. It's been a while since I've made a mini game, but I feel like of the several mini games I have, which is the card game over there, this unfinished big quest mini game here, the pit, which is down over this way. Those are some of my favorite builds on this world and some of the most inspiring to work on projects. So, yeah, I want to see what I can come up with in terms of a new mini game. So I'll take you through the process of what I normally do, and hopefully I'll be inspired to think of something. But usually I will just head on over to my base and look through all the items that I have and just look at each block and each item and see what mechanics they have and see what jumps out to me on, what use I could have in terms of games of any different type of, block that I have. And what I mean by that is blocks like this, like interactable blocks like furnaces, chests, cauldrons, or even like the item form interactable things like tools, like shears, saddles, item frames, bells. Just off the top of my head, as I was coming over here, I thought of something that I haven't used yet, maybe furnaces, smokers, or something that you can put items inside of. Maybe there could be a game which involves trying to find the location of an item hidden in a furnace or something like that. Uh, Another idea maybe is something with shears. Like, what can you do with shears? You can um, break cobwebs, so you could do something with trying to race through some area, but cobwebs stop you. You can also shear sheep with cobwebs, which could be used as some sort of like whack-a-mole thing where maybe you're like waiting for sheep to grow and maybe it's like a two-player game where the first person to go shear the sheep gets points or something like that. Um, I don't know. Let me brainstorm for a while, look through these items, and I'll tell you what other ideas I'm able to come up with, and hopefully we'll find something that sticks that we could turn into an actual game. Okay, just a quick thought process update that I can verbalize before I forget everything, although I haven't come to any sure conclusions yet. So I was thinking more on that whack-a-mole idea with the sheep, but then I was thinking, how could you let's say I had a big arena with a bunch of sheep trapped in little holes all around the bottom. Then I was thinking about how would I determine who gets the amount of points? Because what if by whacking a sheep, so to speak, and you shear it, what if the other person picks up the wool? That could be part of the game, but I also could have something to do with where different sheep are different colors, or maybe you have a handful of dye and you have to color your sheep before you shear it to ensure you get those points. So that could be another interesting game point. So that's one very potential idea we might do. But that also got me thinking about the game Splatoon for the Nintendo Switch, if you've ever heard of that, where you have to color as much ground as possible. So it could be, rather than shearing the sheeps, it could be some sort of game where you have to cover as much turf as you can via covering a bunch of sheep all over the ground, more than the other person. Not exactly sure how the particulars of that would work, but that got me thinking about dyeing stuff in cauldrons. And maybe there could be a game where, like, you would have a certain colored dyed armor, or even just a cauldron with a certain like mixture of different colors in there, and then each person has to guess with their available dye colors, um, how they have to try to recreate the color by mixing together their dyes, and whoever gets closest wins a prize or something. So that's another idea. Um, I think I had another idea, but I'm forgetting now. But those are the main ones. I'm not gonna lie, I'm leaning towards the whack-a-mole sheep one, um, just because that seems the most feasible with what I know how to do, at least redstone wise. The issue I'm seeing with the coloring dye in cauldrons one is that it takes manual reset up each time. Like you'd have to have one person kind of be like the judge, and they would have to create a certain color and then give at least two other people, the chance to see who would win between them. So, which isn't a huge problem, but I feel like that takes more setup, more people required, whereas a sheep one seems like easier to set up theoretically. Like maybe if the sheep all grow their wool on, like, between games, if you haven't used the game in a while, you could start the game by resetting it, just shear all the sheep so they're all blank, and then start the game from there. Um, yeah, and that's easier to do as two player. So maybe I'll do that. And maybe okay, here's the final idea. A sheep whack-a-mole game where you have all the sheep dyed a certain color, and in order to get points, you have to not only shear the sheep, you have to dye it your color and then shear it. So if somebody gets to the sheep first and uh, shears it while it's still their color, they get the points. And then it won't matter who picks up the wool, or if the wool gets picked up by, maybe I'll have an auto sorter underneath that brings it all to the front. It'll just be like a certain time limit type of thing. And then whoever has the most of their color wool at the end wins. That's the idea. Let's build it. Maybe there'll be adjustments made along the way, but yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm just here in a creative test world, and I am experimenting around with how something like this might work. Um, the reason why I've broken the ground here is because I'm testing out if the grass is in a way that it can regrow after a sheep eats it. But this is basically the simplest form of the game that I could come up with here, where the slabs on the floor make it so that when you run up to this cell after the sheep eats it, or if I mean after you shear the sheep and the wool pops off, even if the wool lands in this little hole, you can still pick it up from the layers that you're running around on. Whereas if the whole ground was at this upper level here, then you wouldn't be able to get them from right here. So this would make it essentially redstoneless if I just have sheep. Oh, basically a giant decorated arena with a platform like this, and I'll probably space out the sheep slightly more, but I do want as many sheep as possible in the arena, just because it takes a while sometimes for sheep to regrow, and I don't want there to be a lot of downtime waiting uh, in the mini game. I want it to be as action packed as possible. So yeah, and then I'll just basically do some type of situation like this underneath, where there will be grass that is able to diagonally grow up to the block that they are eating, to refill it. I think there is a bug right now though in Bedrock Edition that could come in handy for us. It seems when the sheep eat the grass, it does not turn the grass into dirt. However, I don't want to build a whole mini game around a bug. I've done that before, and the bug got patched like the day after I made the mini game, which was tragic. So at least this way I'm basically covering my butt so that way when if they do patch it, which they will, it will still function with the grass able to regrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I other options I could do if I want to make it more fancy is I could see. Look at this. Sheep ate it. The grass is still there. Something I could do to make it more fancy, which I could consider doing, is adding a minecart that goes underneath the whole thing to pick up any wool that people miss. But I'm thinking just like this, whatever wool people pick up is probably going to be good enough, and then you just basically tally up all the different colors of wool that you picked up at the end of the game. Another thing to consider is I'm going to need to make some sort of timer. I can either do that outside of Minecraft and you just say, okay, you have X amount of time to play the game, or I can have an actual timer that I make with redstone that dings or something like that once you're the time limit's up or something. So we'll figure all that out. But I'm excited to get building now on the arena, and then the actual game itself should be pretty simple to implement. So here we go. Finally gonna start building. Okay, I know I've been talking a lot so far in this episode, so I want to keep this clip brief, but I wanted to show that I am starting to build an arena here. I pretty much have all my final ideas on lock for how I want the minigame to run. So now I'm just going to build the arena. I have probably a few things I've decided that I didn't talk about in the last clip, but I'm going to build first and then I'll explain later. So, yep, basically we've got this giant circle. It's a pretty dang big arena, and I'm just filling it all in with this color right now, but I will add details later. Hopefully I'll have a lot of progress in the next clip, and then I'll show how to play it. Okay, a lot of work later, and we have a mini game that works. So here it is from a distance. I didn't show too many building updates in between once I started the actual build, but I think the point of this episode was to just show the thought process of making the mini game. But I'm gonna show it all right now, and then we will hopefully play a game with a few of us on the server here. But yeah, let's go over to it. So it's all in this big pink dome arena. I'm lagging, sorry, because there's so many people over here. It always lags when I first come into render distance. But yes, here it is. So as you can see, there is an arena with a lot of different sheep going through these different directions here, and they're all sheared, and then there's pink ones here. And I'll explain this all again when we're about to play, but basically you all will start at the middle, and in this chest there are, I'll go down here, there are shears and stone swords. So, I don't remember what exactly I had said, what I was thinking at the end of the last clip, but I think some ideas have slightly changed since then. So, you have different colored sheep all over here. And once you press this button to start the game, it'll make a little note block sound, and then sheep will start eating grass and growing their wool. And it's basically whack-a-mole, so you need to shear the sheep, and the way you get the points is you need to come return them to your color shulker box here. Um, and once they're in the shulker box, they are safe. Now, the reason they wouldn't be safe is because you can kill each other. So at the beginning, you'll set your spawn at the bed, and then, yeah, it's free reign if you want to go shear sheep or just fight each other. And if you kill someone, you get their wool, assuming you can get it safely into your box. And you're not allowed to steal wool from the box. So once it's in there, it's considered safe. And after 3 minutes or so, another set of note blocks will go off, indicating that sheep will no longer grow wool. And I'll show how I did that with the redstone underneath in a second. But once you hear that second note block song, that basically means whatever wool hasn't been sheared yet is all that's going to be left. So you just basically, it's a mad free for all to try and be the one to get all the rest of that wool and bring it back into your shulker box, and then once it's all gone, you tally up who has the most points, and a winner is declared. Now, there is a point system with the different colors, and I tried to do it strategically where the most amount of sheep are low point one. But basically, the pink ones are the most valuable at 5 points per wool, and then it goes down from there. Brown is 4, black is 3, gray is 2, and white is 1. And when you shear a sheep, you will get anywhere between I think 1 and 3 wool. So there's a little bit of a random aspect to it. But that might, if you see 2 sheep pop up, a white one and a brown one, you would be able to, prioritize going for the higher higher point value wool. So yeah, let's go underneath the arena here if I can find my exit. Oh yeah, and I will be adding a proper lobby and uh, a little more finer details in the future. But now that it's in a working state, I want to just try it out and have a playthrough of it. So yeah, underneath, basically I have through redstone all connected through the center here. You press the start button, which is right here, and it activates this timer machine, which I just looked up on YouTube, and that's what makes the 3-minute timer. And this activates. Oh my goodness, I don't want to break my redstone. But the timer will activate all of these pistons, which will push the grass up underneath all of these sheep chambers so that they will be able to grow the wool. It looks complicated, but trust me, I'm not good at redstone, and this is very simple. But yep, and I just used repeaters to make sure the signal would get carried there. And then, yeah, these are the note blocks that will play at the beginning of the game, and then once the sheep stop growing wool. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. When I eventually make the lobby, hopefully soon here, it will be probably underground here, and then you'll come up through water tunnels uh, to the middle circle there. So yeah, should be fun. I'm gonna gather everybody together, and we can play around, and I'll explain to them the rules as well. Okay, we are here in the mini game. We've got Sam here, and seems to have a Bim. She's sitting right next to me. And yep, so quick rundown of the rules of the game. So you at the beginning we will all take one sword and one shears, so you can take one now if you want. And basically the point of the game is like whack-a-mole. So you're once we press the button to start, the sheep are going to all start growing wool, and you have to shear as many as you can and bring the wool back to your colored chest or shulker box. So you can stay out there and shearing a bunch of sheep, or you can come return it at any point. The only risk to not returning it right away is that you can die because we can kill each other. So you can kill someone if you notice they have a lot of wool, and if you kill them, then you can pick up all their wool and go return it to your own chest. You cannot take wool from anyone else's chest, so that's how that works. Also, make sure to set your spawn points at the beds so that you respawn here in
Okay.
the arena.
Do
And
we? How do we know when it's over?
so there will be 2 note block sounds. So when I start the game, there will be just a sound saying it started, and then around 3 minutes in, you'll hear another sound, which means that the sheep will no longer regenerate wool. So at that point, you just get whatever wool is left, and then once all the wool is in someone's chest, then the game is over.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much. Oh yeah, and the other thing, different colored sheep are worth different amount of points. So every piece of wool you get that is pink is worth 5 points, brown is worth 4 points, black is worth 3, gray is worth 2, and white is worth 1. Eventually, when I have the lobby and rulebook, I will have this all written down. But pink is the valuable one, and the other colors are progressively more valuable. White is the least valuable.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Also,
right.
if you kill a sheep, you lose 25 points from your total.
Wow.
It might happen because it's a PvP game, but just FYI, that's the penalty for killing a sheep.
Wow. All right.
25 wool.
Okay.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
I'm nervous.
I
like
have not
said.
tested this, so I hope this works. 3, 2, 1, go. What the heck? I'm getting killed right off the bat. Oh, I got a sheep.
Oh,
No.
I'm going right for the chest here, so I can get at least something.
I don't see nothing happening.
Oh, I've got a few.
Oh no. Oh
No,
no.
there's
oh,
none.
No. Oh no, I'm so slow.
Oh,
I need that pink
Oh.
sheep, boy.
holy cow! How are you hitting me? What? Unbelievable.
Yes.
I'm stressing. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little bit
How did you
overwhelmed.
hit me? I was so far ahead of you.
He-
He just took so many points from me. He's in the lead for sure right
Are
now.
we safe if we're like in the middle, or can we get killed?
You can get
putting
killed
stuff-
anywhere. You can get killed anywhere. So I don't know how it works if you're in the middle of opening your chest, if it'll knock you out once you Oh no!
Wow.
I had a lot of wool on me there too.
I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. I don't want your
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay.
It's already distributed, boy.
Do not kill me.
Ooh, I want these though. Oh, no, you're there. Okay, you can have them.
Okay. Okay.
Because I have to turn in all your stuff.
Oh no. I fell for it. This is more stressful than I thought.
Yeah, I'm like kind of shaking, not gonna lie.
Yeah, my hands are sweaty.
Knees weak. Aren't mom spaghetti?
Something like that. Oh yeah, this is the money lane right here. No! Please! No, Sam. Please, no.
Oh, you
Oh.
make me nervous. You spawned right on
Okay.
top of me.
I'm not.
I don't know what.
You're not getting that back, boy.
Ah,
I need this. It's a pink.
where is he? Get over here,
No,
Adrian.
no, no, no. Okay.
No, my goodness. Okay. No. No.
I'm putting some stuff back into the chest. Hey.
Anything? Oh no.
No,
I got a few.
I already turned it all in.
I didn't anticipate the stress of it being whatchamacallit,
PvP.
the you respawn right next to where you deposit. That's
Yeah,
that's definitely a factor.
I can sense like
Oh yeah.
danger.
Yeah.
No, that was so sad.
Hey.
Dang it.
Damn,
Oh, you
I'm,
gotta
like,
grab like new
completely-
shears and stuff.
Yeah, there is a bunch on the ground too. So I guess we can.
I've been throwing them back into the chest, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna take all of the shears so that nobody can shear any more sheep except for me.
Now that's the play.
This 3 minutes is really long, actually.
I know. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Did you hear the sound?
Okay, so now we just
Okay,
go.
so now it's.
All that's out is that. No, do not stop, please,
Hey, hey, hey.
please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't even know if there's anything else out.
No,
We've been kinda
I don't
getting it
think
all.
so.
I was actually. Oh, there he is, boy.
Wait, one wait.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Did you get it in?
No. It's only 3 white wool, people. Come on. I'm going way out here, so you can kill me. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right ready to kill you.
No,
Sam, please.
I hit a sheep. I hit the sheep.
So sad.
All right. Where's the wool?
Did
I
you
need a
kill
sword. I
him?
need a sword.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Where is he?
Oh my gosh.
This is.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Dang.
No.
Woohoo! Okay,
cried.
that was
Oh my goodness.
that was actually very intense. That was more intense than I thought it was gonna
Yeah,
be.
same.
I'm actually slightly shaking.
And I'm actually surprised. I don't think any of the sheep even got hit at all.
Sam hit.
I
one.
hit a sheep. I hit one
Really?
right at the end when
Oh,
I was
really?
trying to get Adrian.
It didn't die
Nope.
though.
You better hope it didn't
No,
die.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
All right. Yep. So all the sheep confirmed. They're empty. Okay. Should we add up the totals?
Yeah.
Sure. I have absolutely no idea what I have.
Okay. The scores are tallied, and I don't know. I actually don't know who the winner is yet, but
I can go first.
sure. Drumroll,
Okay.
please.
My total for points wise. 85.
Nice.
Sam, what the heck is that? Okay, 85. Proud of it currently.
Okay.
Max.
My total was 122.
Wow.
All right, darn. Well, my total was only 147.
No.
Ooh.
Nice. Good
Look
game.
at all these reds or
Your prize
reds,
is
pink.
all the wool.
All the wool.
Just kidding. You don't have to
Yay!
keep it. I do need to make a donation for all the wool we would collect. So actually, the real thing is, you've all been tricked into manual labor. This is actually just a manual labor sheep farm.
Nice.
So thank you. Okay, well, huge thank you to Sam and my wife for joining me on that mini game that I made. I hope that this inspires you or gives some insight into how my thought process of how I make mini games in Minecraft. And I hope that some of you make mini games in your own worlds. And if you do, feel free to invite me to your realms because I would love to check out other people's realms and hopefully do another world tour of some of your guys' realms sometimes. But anyways, also I forgot to say thank you, my wife and Sam, for helping me build it. They helped with some of the more grindy parts of that build, like getting the sheep into the cages and digging out the underneath of the arena and stuff like that. So thank you. And I have a new comment of the day book starting since this is the first episode after the world tour. First comment is episode 51. This is from Silent Steward. I love the creativity of the mini games people come up with in the game. Really like your card game. Always humbles me when I see the thought that goes into your worlds. Thank you. That's a very nice comment, and it always humbles me when I get a nice comment like that. I just thought this was fitting, talking about the mini games, and this kind of inspired me to make a mini game in this episode because it made me realize that it had been a while since I have come out with a mini game, despite this one that I'm slowly working on in the background. But that's for a later date, hopefully. But yes, thank you so much, and we'll put it on the pedestal. This marks, I guess, technically season 2, if I'm calling it that, of the series. But here's to the next episode, and hopefully it will come out pretty soon here within the next week or maybe 2. But I'll see you guys then, and thank you for watching. Bye.